Hey, look, this man right over here, man. I be learning from y'all, man, for real. Seriously, man, because getting back out here in this dating game, bro, it's a challenge, man. Because when I grew up, it just wasn't as easy and accessible as it is now. You see what I'm saying? So, like, when I was growing up, it was like you had to be at the right place at the right time to meet somebody. You had to make sure your game was tight, your talk game was tight. And a lot of times, I saw so many dudes getting turned down, it would make you frustrated because, you know, you keep getting turned down, dudes ain't gonna keep going back.
Right.
So it's like you had to come correct. And when the situation was right, but I feel like now, get on your phone, bro. You meet whoever you want to meet, and that's pretty much it. So, yeah,
talk.
Yeah.
Talk. I mean, in some ways, it's better.
Yeah,
because you know you don't have to kind of deal with all that rejection. You just download Tinder and see
what you
what's
like,
there.
see what you compatible with.
He's older too. You know?
Yeah,
he's in his prime.
Real talk.
Yeah, man, the 36 man. Look,
prime.
I'm at a place, I guess, in my life right now where it's just like I've been through the whole marriage stuff. I've been through that. And now it's just me kind of like redefining myself of who I am. It's like a reinvention of me, basically. I'm reinventing myself and who I want to be this go around. Because I was that person for the last 10 years. So now it's like I'm looking at 10-year increments. Who am I going to become in the next 10 years? What am I going to look like? What are my goals? What am I trying to do? You know what I'm saying? All that stuff kind of plays an account as to like where I'm trying to go with my life. So, and the type of people that I want to be in my life. I don't want to keep the same people in my life because I feel like them people ain't got me where I'm trying to go. So to me, it's all that stuff. Just pay attention. It's just me taking more control over my life than I ever had before. That was the biggest thing that I've been able to do over the past couple of years or so.
I got the podcast episode title, Take Control of Your Life.
There it is. Boom! Drop it.
Yeah.
Yo, drop it.
Good, man. You already dropped some heat. We didn't even
let's go ahead.
We didn't even intro or nothing. You already dropped
look,
heat,
you can use whatever you want to use, bro. Whatever you want to use. Like I said, we're going to have a good time on this one, bro.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You ready?
So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, bro. We rolling.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
we've been rolling. So
Okay.
Cool.
yeah.
Hey, well, I mean, we've been rolling, but welcome to Winning Life, guys.
Yeah, we'll talk, man.
Man, it's your co-host, man. It's your host, King Kasselle. I got my co-host with me.
Yes, sir. I'm Nation. What's going on, guys?
And then, man, today we got a phenomenal guest. This man's my barber, bro. I got my barber on, man.
On deck.
You know, y'all been asking me, you know, man, why you so fresh, man? Because of him, man. You know, he always got you tight, man.
Oh, he's the one?
He's the one, man.
Kasselle cuts.
man.
Kasselle cuts.
Man, I get respect. I get respect from the fellas and the ladies holler at me. Hey, kid. No, I'm just kidding, but
Oh, they do holler at my boy. They do holler at my boy. That's for sure.
oh man,
That's all that matters.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, they know you're a barber, but man, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell them what you do. You know.
Well, my name is Kenneth Kasselle Holland. I'm from Tallahassee, Florida. Born and raised. I moved here. Give you the long story short. I moved here back in 2011, and I went to USF. I've been in Tampa since then, and I am a barber. I started cutting hair extremely early age. I got licensed back in like 2006. Just been keeping my craft, keeping my skills tight. It's something I love to do. It's a passion of mine. And ever since I've been here in Tampa, you know, just been exploring Tampa, getting used to Tampa and whatnot. I just started a new job. I still do my barbering services on the side, but I just started a new job, and it's a new career path that I'm interested in, and I'm kind of curious to see how it's gonna take me. So,
Yes, sir.
yep.
That's awesome, man.
Yep.
That's dope, man.
So yeah.
So, what you were saying a little bit before about like reinventing yourself, like why did you decide to do that now? Like, is there something that caused that?
Yes, I went through a period in my life where just recently went through a divorce.
Damn.
And,
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a struggle, but you know, it was definitely a moment in my life where I looked at my life, and I actually went through counseling, which is something I kind of encourage most men to go through, even if you aren't going through something in life. Mental health is.
Hold on, can I ask? Is counseling and therapy the same?
Ooh, that's a good question, dog. I don't know.
Because I hear a lot of therapy. I hear marriage counseling. Yeah, but are those the same?
To me, it is. To me, it's the same thing. When I went through marriage counseling, it's kind of like a before you get ready to jump into what you're getting yourself into. It's kind of like to help you out and get you two on the same page. Therapy for me was kind of like more, I guess it was therapeutic, the one-on-one conversation that I had with the counselor that I was with.
After you got divorced.
After I got divorced, yeah.
Okay.
And with him, it was more intimate. It was more me reflective. Yeah, exactly. So it was more of that. And I wasn't able to basically blame nobody else for my decisions. I had to eat what I did at that time. I just basically had to say, okay, you know what? I made this wrong decision and I lived with it. It was something tough. It wasn't easy to kind of swallow, but it was a breaking point of me where it was like, okay, now I can't let myself do that same thing again. I can't go back over the same situation again in life. So to me, that was my redefining, trying to figure out who I am, because I was like, I'm not going to settle for what I don't have to settle for.
Wow.
So
that's good.
Yeah, I didn't feel like I had to really settle for what I was settling for. And basically it just kind of redirected me in a different path, man. It made me look at myself and say, okay, in which areas in my life, where do I want to start excelling and putting more emphasis into? Because I wasn't beforehand. I let things go to slide because I was more of I'm trying to accomplish this goal and I'm putting a lot of effort into this one goal, but it didn't work out. So it's like going through my divorce and whatnot that I went through. It was tough, and it was a lot, but it really redefined me. That was my turning point. That was my peak, if you want to call it. So,
damn.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
so would you say that, is it ever too late to redefine yourself?
I don't think it is. And it's funny when you say that. Me and my brother had this conversation just yesterday in the car. He was just like, he was at an age where he kind of felt like, he's older than I am. He kind of felt like, it's harder to find a mate out here when you get to a certain age. And he kind of really figured out that like it wasn't that hard. It's really not that hard, bro. Like keeping it real with you, dog. It is not hard out here for us. Like if you got your stuff together and you are a male and you are confident, bro, you can have whatever you want. And trust me, don't let anybody tell you that you can't, because it's just about you being you, man. God created you in a certain way that He basically made you you. I can't be Caleb. You know what I'm saying? I have to be me. I have to walk in what God has given me. And I think a lot of men kind of struggle with that, because it's like you always trying to figure out what's your identity, who you are. But if you just walk, man, you got it, bro. Just walk in it.
Wow.
Just walk in it. Walk in what God gave you. Like it's in you, bro. You just gotta let it out. And you just gotta be yourself. That's the biggest thing. So like with me and my brother, we were talking about, getting back out there. I gave him these pointers because I was like, bro, you're not, whatever. Like, you're not missing out on anything. Like, you can have whatever you want. There's no age bracket on this. Like, you get out there and you start fishing. Or get out there and start doing whatever it is that that you want to do or whatever and whatnot. But don't ever put yourself in a bracket where it's too late. I feel like that's really mental. That's a lot mental, because I think in society, it kind of tells us that, okay, by this age, you're supposed to be here. You're supposed to be doing this and you're supposed to be doing that. Everybody has their whole little plan that they lay out for their own life. But how many times does it really happen? Not that often. I mean, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But as a man, I feel like you have to realize that, okay, I'm going to create my reality. I'm going to create what it is that I want in life. I'm not going to let this person or that person over there tell me. I'm going to do it myself, and I'm going to go out and get what I want. And it boils down to that. It boils down to you getting up and doing what you want to do. So
Man, my man just laid it out. Man.
Trying to, hey, man. Look,
Yo, I think you should stop being a barber and become a full-time preacher, or full-time motivation.
Hey, look, I would love to, man. I heard they pay pretty good nowadays, especially them preachers, man. Get some of that congregation money. Oh man.
Yo, it's crazy.
But no, man, keeping it real though, I've always just had a knack for like really just like counseling. Honestly, to be honest with you, and that's what I think I really want to go back to school and get my master's in psychology. And one of my overall goals in life is that I told you, like whenever I have a client in my chair, we talk. We have great dialogue. I wish I might need to just put a camera up in the room and put some speakers up or whatever, microphones, and just record live. Because some of the jewels that come out of each other's minds and whatnot, man, it's like, it's amazing. So it's like, with me, I feel like if I had the whole counseling degree up under my belt, I could offer 2 services in one shot.
Yo,
that would be crazy.
That's crazy.
Like,
that's really
hey
cool.
man, you need a cut, but also, man, I can counsel you.
I can get in.
It's like a therapy session while getting a cut.
You get your haircut and you get your mental health at the same time.
Yeah, you could charge a lot for that.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I already feel like I get my mental going when I go to when I go get a cut by you.
Because we all have good conversations, man, and it's just genuine. It's like, we catching up and we taking off from the last time we had a conversation, and we just carry that conversation, keep it going or whatever. And it's just like I get to know what's going on in Caleb's life. And I learn from you, dog. Like, I learn a lot from you, bro. Like, you put me on a lot of games.
Appreciate it, man.
And it keeps me encouraged at my age to stay out here and keep going after my goals.
Wow, man. I appreciate it, man.
For sure. Both of y'all, man. Both of you guys, where you guys have just been, like, taking over and just, like, y'all are young, man. I wish I had that same tenacity and ambition at y'all age to just do what y'all doing, dog. Like, y'all doing it. Y'all ain't talking about it. Y'all doing it.
Appreciate it, man.
Hey, thanks
a lot.
For sure, man. For sure.
No, but for real though, like I feel like, cause like every man needs a barber. I mean, every man goes to, for the most part, to a barber.
Right.
And I feel like that's like a man's safe place. It's safe
it
haven,
is.
because
It
we
is.
talk about everything from women to
It
finances to the gym. Because you can be safe, it's free. You know what I mean? Because we have real men talk, and you have no fear of getting canceled.
And on top of that,
real talk.
I know, bro, if you sit in my chair, I know you trust me with your head.
Right.
Who else to talk to than somebody you trust with your own hair, bro?
Yeah,
it's either you gonna get looks at the end of the week, like from other women, or you're not gonna get looks from other women at the end of the week. It's like you can pick your poison, but at the same time, you trust me enough to get on your head to do what my hands can do. And then to actually pour it back into you, or you pour into me, and us just our dialogue is kind of like therapy, bro. It's mental health awareness, you know what I'm saying? And plus, I think this is Men's Health Awareness Month or something like that, or it's Men's Health Month or something like that. I think I saw that, so I was like, to me, that's so important, bro. We got our own month, which I think we should have our own year because all the stuff we go through. But
I mean,
yeah. But I mean, it's something that I think is definitely.
And men don't have enough safe spaces.
Yeah.
Especially because like a lot of men, they're out here by themselves.
Yeah.
Fighting the world. They don't have a good fellowship of men around them.
Right.
Or strong men. If they do, they have weak men.
Damn.
You know?
That's good.
Yeah, so like, and just going to the barber, it's like you're sitting down, you feel like you can get the weight off your world.
Right.
It's the only time I get to realize, have my hair cut, I could be telling him, hey man, I'm going to do through this, I'm going to divorce.
Right.
She rejected me, they fired me, you know what I mean? And there's no judgment.
There's no judgment.
Because you go out there, they look at you like, yo, get your stuff together, bro.
Right.
Just don't, you know what I mean?
At least you look good.
Right.
You know, crazy, but hey, at least.
All facts, little cat.
So my barber is like fully Spanish, so I can't talk with my barber,
man.
unfortunately.
Gotcha.
But but if I did, I'm sure we would be having these conversations.
Google Translate, No, but I feel you though. I feel you on that.
But
I feel
he's
you
a
on
good
that.
guy though. He's a good guy. He's really nice.
That's good.
That's what's up.
But yeah, when I used to go to Tony.
Okay,
He knows
Tony.
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 Yeah.
Tony.
And he was good. Like we used to have good conversations like that too. So
It's important, bro. Like, you connect with your barber, man. It's just, that's the dude that, you know, you never know what we've all been through, bro. We all connected in some kind of way. That's what I've learned. No matter where you go in life, we're all connected in some kind of way. You're there where you're supposed to be for a reason. And the reason why you're there is because you're supposed to connect. You're supposed to connect with the people that you're around. And that's what I've learned is that when you connect with people, you find out, this is what you find out when you connect with people. You find out that they're going through the same thing that you're going through in a lot of cases, or they've been through what you've been through, what you're going through. So it's just, to me, it's just like, we all can learn from each other, man. It's all positive, and you just gotta know how to take it that way. So,
man, I felt that way yesterday. I was delivering, and I work at Amazon as like my full-time job, and I was delivering to this, country area, right?
Okay.
And just at the same time, like this post office person, but it was just crazy or whatever. Like, we pull up at the exact same time. It was a cute light-skinned girl, man. I said, yo, what? We come at the same time. Walk us, oh, hey, sorry, delivering. And I get back in the van. I said, yo, that was a perfect opportunity. She was so nice. She was pretty cute. I was like, yo, just the way things I said, things like that happen all the time in life.
Yep.
And it's up to us to really take the advantage.
Yeah.
Take the initiative.
Yeah, take the initiative, man. What you got to lose? Nothing.
Oh, you're weird. All right, well, have a good day.
Right.
On to the next. My thing is, I think about it, your loss. I bet you could have had the greatest time.
Exactly.
We could have been traveling. You could have been supporting me. Baby girl, I'm going to wait till $multi-million, legacy. Or potentially $1 billion. But, all right, go ahead.
No, for real, though. That's for real, though.
Speaking of that, you said something about, when your introduction to yourself, talking about redefining yourself and like how you want to settle. And unfortunately, too many of us, especially men, we settle for what we can get, not what we should deserve. Because if you work hard, you deserve the best. You know what I mean? But too many of us, that's all I can get.
You'll talk 300 pounds. I'd be like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
There's something out there.
Hey, you want to name drop someone?
Chill.
Don't do it.
Yo. Yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Oh my gosh, yeah. There's somebody that we know.
That's it, bro. You don't gotta.
Okay. Gotcha.
Anyway, to me, it's just, there's a level. There's a level to certain things, There's levels to this, as he likes to say a lot. And I think a lot of people in general, men or women, just sell themselves short, and they think that they even deserve a crappy partner.
Yeah.
Or even somebody who is worse than them. If you are not 300 pounds, if you weigh less than 200 pounds, why are you with somebody that's 300 pounds? You don't deserve that. Maybe if you are 300 pounds, bet you can be with another 300 pound person. But if you're in a good modest weight, to me, you're really selling yourself short.
Right.
So I think that's people a lot. Girls with druggies and guys in prison, things like that. Like, people think that's all that they can get, so they take it. But if you really thought you could get that baddie, man, if you really thought you would go after it, if you really thought you'd get that job, you'd apply for it.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do you think that people, both of you guys can answer that question, I answer too. Well, what do you think that people lack that abundance, especially men? Like, why is that the case? What do you think that's the reason that people lack abundance?
I think this is my theory on it. So I use ratios, and I think that men don't understand ratios, and a lot of women kind of do, but they don't understand ratios too. And ratios, there are way more women out here than there are men. Like, extremely a lot more women out here than there are men. So with that being said, some men actually understand that concept. I was talking to a female one time, and she told me, she was talking to this guy, and she was like, yeah, this dude was homeless. Like, he literally had his little bag or whatever. He took whatever he went. But he went on Monday and Tuesday. He was with girl A. On Tuesday, Wednesday, or Wednesday, Thursday, he was with girl B. And girl C was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And he literally just...
He was homeless.
But didn't have a home, didn't have a job, didn't have nothing. And it showed me that, like, okay, this man right here, he kind of knows his worth because there are so many women out here that will just settle for a piece of a man. And to me, just and her telling me that, I learned quite a valuable lesson. It's just like a lot of men don't really realize their worth. Like, you're a part of a small percentage if you're a man, and if you have a job, and if you're over a certain amount of height, and if you taking care, if you're a homeowner, and if you take care of yourself, you know what I'm saying? You're already in a bracket, bro, that most of these women couldn't even reach up to.
Dang.
To be technical about it, that's
where the term high value men.
That's where the term high value men comes from, because it's like, it's not too many of us guys that are actually killing it in every one of those categories. It's not too many guys out here. So when you realize that you're killing it in certain categories, no, I'm not finna sit up here and settle for what? I don't have to. I really just don't have to. And I walk like I don't have to settle.
Dang.
I move like I don't have to settle. I do things a whole lot differently because I don't have to settle, dog. I don't have to. And that's just me. That's not me being arrogant. That's just me being sure of who I am. I realize that I check off in some of them categories, and that if a woman can't see that in me, she don't really want a man then. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just keep it real, bro. Like, if you don't see a man who's on his stuff and doing his thing and taking care of his responsibility, whether if it's your kids and how you are as a father, or if it's just financially, how well you've done with that and that avenue, whether it's school, education, or whatever the case is, if you're accomplishing goals and stuff, bro, as a man, like, you got the upper hand because of the ratios of what I just explained. It's to that point where it's just like, women, a lot of women they'll take a piece of a man. They'll take whatever they can just to have a man, bro. Like, and it's not to say all women are like that, because most women are on their whatever own paths or whatever in life. But a lot of women out here, bro, are available. There's a lot of women that are available, but I think men don't really understand that there is so many available and that they don't have to settle. So with that being said, bro, and I learned this lesson when I was probably about 12, 13 years old. I was talking to one of the mentors in my church at the time. And me and him was talking. He was like, bro, when you get out here and you start dating, because he was like, he knew I like girls and stuff. So he was like, man, don't settle. He was like, do not settle. He told me that, and it was just like, he said, you don't have to. He said, you don't have to. You don't have to, bro. You do not have to. So shout out to my homeboy back home, because he put me on some game at an early age, and I never forgot what he said. So
that's good, man. I think that's what a lot of people need. They need to know this information at an early age.
Yeah.
Because if they just see, oh, well, homeboy has 3, this other guy got a 4 over here, you know, like, oh, maybe, you know, we're all friends, so maybe I deserve a 3.5 or whatever.
Which is why you should get better friends, and, you know, that have the ones you like.
But it's funny that he say that, though, because a lot of men do look at, like, I'll look at whatever female you're with, and I'll be like, oh, okay, then I'm with a 10 over here, like, goddamn, like, okay. But then I'm looking at him like, okay, so if he could pull that, I know I could pull that.
Especially if he's your homeboy too.
Especially if he's your homeboy too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Cause respectfully.
Like, just respectful. Not. But see, the thing is, though, like, out here, bro, you can have a 10. Every man out here can have a 10. That's just how I believe, bro. I believe you can have a female. And I'm not talking about just in looks. I'm talking about a woman who got all her stuff together too, bro. Like, across the board, makes good money, take care of home, cooks, cleans, all that good stuff. I believe you can find it out here, bro. But it depends on where you're looking, the swimming pool that you're looking in, and it also depends on like I said, you just knowing that you're not gonna settle for nothing else. That's half the battle right there, if you ask me. So
that's good, man. Now, when you said a woman that likes to make good money, if she makes like $100,000 a year.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
Good money. Is she doing what she's supposed to be doing with her money? Like,
she a lawyer. You're saying that if she's doing something like maybe a little crazy, maybe a little promiscuous, but
no, I'm saying, like, is she good with her money? Like, is she budget? Yeah, is she just wasting it? Does she have a house? Is she invested in stuff? Or is she got some shit going on?
She's a lawyer. She has her own house. Like, how do you feel about women that are in sort of like the boss babe category who make really, really good money? Do you think that might play an effect on like dating and how she views you or how she views men in general?
I think yes, but she still can't be picky though. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like at the same time, it's like, yeah, she got good things going for herself, but you don't have a man. Let's just keep it real. Like, you don't have nobody right now. Like, and on top of that, it's like, okay, yeah, all that you've done has gotten you what? You're a lawyer, you're accomplished, all that has gotten you what? So at the same time, she might want to come off that high horse a little bit and realize, okay, yeah, she might want a man who makes $100K a year or makes $80K a year, because she might be looking at like both of them combining their income and them able to move and do things a little bit more and stuff like that in life. But at the same time too, it's like me personally, dating someone who's like that, who is probably the breadwinner in the situation, it'll be hard. It'll be hard because for a lot of men want to be the provider, of course. But at the same time too, when you have a high value woman that's on board, that's probably what's not talked about. We always talk about high class men because there's so little of them, but there's a lot of high value women out here. You also have to deal with their headaches. You got to deal with their mentality. You got to deal with what they not going to go for. You know what I'm saying? Certain things that might be non-negotiable for them. And you can't really blame them because this woman got her stuff together. You can't really blame her. Like, she don't really need you. Or she desires you, but she don't need you. There's a difference. So,
damn. And I guess that kind of goes into like power dynamics.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's essentially, you know, when a man is the breadwinner, he does have a lot of power. Right. But that doesn't necessarily mean that women have no power. Right.
You know? Right. I think you just got to find a good balance, man.
I think it's about, we have different roles for a reason. God made us different for a reason.
Yeah.
He made Adam first.
Yeah.
I have to clarify that.
Right.
You know? And
Tell him about it.
And the guy was like, all right, man, I see you working hard. This is another topic I want to get into, but I got to say my point first. He saw Adam, he's like, man, you working hard? I'm going to send you a helpmate. I'm going to send you a good woman. Well, she lied. I mean, whatever. You know, the whole story out of me. But anyways, my point is, he sent Eve. He's like, oh yeah, I see you working hard. But the thing is, in modern day times, it seems like we want all the roles to be reversed. Which is what I think you were getting to when you were asking about the money dynamic and the power dynamic stuff. Oh, okay. Because like a lot of times, it's not the money that's the issue of what they're making. It's a lot of time it's the road. Like it tends to put not all, but a lot of them in their masculine. Yeah. And because of the attributes it takes to make that money, not the money itself, the attribute. Because to make that amount, you need to be assertive. You need to be confident. Yep. And a lot of times, you already expect me to be confident, so me coming home to you is like, I don't want to come home to me. Right, you know? Right. Because if I wanted to marry me, I wouldn't have got married. Right. You know what I mean? But that's my point when it comes to that.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. It's funny you say that too, because I had a conversation the other day. We were talking about gender roles. And it's interesting because I think gender roles started when you were in your childhood stage. You saw your mom and dad play different roles, and then you said, okay, well, that's how mom and daddy's supposed to be. That's how two parents that are adults are supposed to be in a household. So you see this and you expect for the man to be the breadwinner, to go out and get the money and all that and whatnot. But like you say, the roles have been kind of reversed nowadays, where a lot of women are out here in the workforce and they make good money, and they might be overshadowing you, and you might end up with somebody who makes more money than you, who can take you out on a cruise. You know what I'm saying? Like, who can take you on a vacation. Dang. And it's just like, but see, the thing is though, it's like some men might not be comfortable with that. And I think it pushes me. I think sometimes it can kind of push a man in two directions. You will either try and boss up and try and get your stuff together and try and compete with her, or you just gonna mooch. Let's just keep it real, dog. You gonna mooch. You gonna mooch. Sit back, dog.
I was not expecting that.
You gonna mooch, man. That's what it is. Just gonna sit back and enjoy.
But how long is that relationship gonna last?
It's
though?
not gonna last because at the same time, I think that with a woman who is accomplished and she got her stuff together, like she's gonna be like at a point. It's gonna be like, okay, well, we got to step this up to another level.
So crazy. Can I get money for a haircut?
Hey, come on, dog. It be like this all the time, bro.
That's crazy. Hey, honey, can I get money for? Well, can you imagine that, Nation?
Bruh. Oh
Begging
my
her
gosh.
to, and she says no.
Right.
Imagine if she says no to you.
Nigga.
Trying to tell you, man.
Tantrum.
And well, imagine she says no, and then you start begging.
All right, I'm going to the another.
Hey, go pick up the kids from school.
Right. She telling you
go
what
do
to
the dishes.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine, bro. How would you feel, bro?
I would not do it.
Even if she the breadwinner.
She will not be the breadwinner.
Okay.
Nah.
Okay.
So he wouldn't even put himself in that situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would just be too problematic. I think I'd like being the provider.
Okay.
She takes care of the kids. She takes care of the home because I don't want to be dealing with that.
Ah.
I
Okay.
don't like. What about you, Caleb?
I prefer to be the Adam. You know, I prefer to be working on my purpose, being the breadwinner.
Okay.
That's just me personally. You guys can do whatever you want, but me personally, and I think that's how it works most efficiently. You know, but and I grew up seeing my parents like that. That's the childhood I grew up, and they're still together to this day. You know, they're still married, and like I said, like especially like I want my kids to be raised in the best household humanly possible as I can.
Right.
And especially for the first couple of years, they say like the kids' formative years, the mothers needed the best. Like I think one or 7 or something like that. Because that's when they already instill all the values. After 7, like most of the values that grown-ups have to this day is values they had since they were kids. You know? And if I have like the world, we're both breadwinners or something like that. Or we're both super breadwinners and someone else is indoctrinating my kids. You know what I mean? And the only person that I would let, you know, teach my kids is my mom. Let's say that was needed. There was a case that was needed for my mom to take care of because I already know my mom. She taught me good values. My parents both. All right, go spend time with your grandparents. You know what I mean?
And you trust their
I
teaching.
trust them, but I won't trust. I don't care if you're my family, my cousin. They can spend some time with you, but for them to be raising my own kids, this is why I'm not really big on the babysitting thing, personally. Like paying a babysitter. Like, you know, I would rather have my wife. And then like for me, if she wants to work, she can. She doesn't have to.
See, I just want a babysitter so someone can watch the kids while me and my wife, you know, do our thing.
Ain't nothing wrong with that though.
Actually, that is a good point.
But other than that, you know, yeah, my wife should be taking care of the kids.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Babysitting, you know, or if I want to go on vacation, let's say, you know what I mean. But I feel like I can just have them stay with their grandparents. I, mom and dad, just take care of them.
Yeah, real tired. Here you go.
Right. For real.
Because, you know, we still need our alone time.
Got to, of course.
Especially
Yeah,
that intimacy. Because, you know, we men, we need that.
For sure. That's definitely gonna be on board.
I saw something today. You know, FedEx was saying, I don't know your view on marriage, you know, especially since you just had divorce. But he was saying, it was kind of like a satire. He said, oh, you got to get married because, you know, she'll take half of your stuff and, you know, you got to ask her for certain things. Like he was, you know, joking
It's
around.
satire, right?
What?
No, it's satire.
Yeah. So, but there's this guy in the comments, you know, a lot of people were saying, no, don't get married. But there's this one guy in the comments saying like, yo, we need it for the nuclear family. Like you need it for the kids. Having that 2-parent household, you know, the mom and dad, like it's really good for the child. You know, we know about the fatherless homes and that girls on the stripper poles, men in prisons and things like that. And if you marry the wrong person, like, yeah, it can be really detrimental. But if you do your due diligence and you marry the right person, like marriage can be really good for the kids. Marriage essentially is never for you. It's always for your kids. Because other than that, all the men would be out here just slanging all the time, you know, new woman. So,
what's the review on that? No, actually, I want to go back real quick before reviewing the marriage.
Cool.
On your the breadwinner thing.
Okay.
Do you care do you mind? Do you want her to be the breadwinner? Do you want to be the breadwinner, or you just whatever?
Me, I don't mind it, because I know what I'm bringing to the table as well. But I don't mind her being the breadwinner, as long as we respect each other. Respect goes a long way. And like, I'm not trying to say that, because she makes this amount of money, she can just make the ultimate decisions. I want her to respect the masculine part that's in her life, if that makes sense. So it's like, if you need a man and you want a man for his masculine ways or whatever, then you have to let me walk in that masculinity. And if that's what she wants, then that's fine. But it's like, when it comes down to her being the breadwinner, don't think that it's like you have some type of power over someone. That's my biggest thing. That's why I say I don't mind it, but I think that it is one of those things where it's like, it does mean a lot. And I'm aligned with both of you guys, because I grew up the same way you guys did. And I'm kind of thinking like, my dad was the breadwinner in the household. I saw him providing, and they're still together to this day. My parents are. They've been together for over 40 years. Dang. So with that being said, it's just like, I don't know if that's the reason why. I feel like finances really weren't always a big problem in our life growing up, but it's just a respect factor. My mom lets my dad lead, and she lets him lead in such a way where it's just like, all right, well, he was the breadwinner. He came out here and got everything, and he did a great job at leading.
Right.
So I think she trusted his leadership abilities, and that allows them to keep longevity in their relationship. So you find out what works for you. That's what I feel like. I mean, when it all boils down to, you find out what works for you in a situation. And if you all are on the same page and that's your partner, then you ain't letting your partner go nowhere. That's your partner, dog. That's the one God put you with. That's your dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's who you're supposed to be with. So like, yeah, that's my whole take on it.
I think that for some people, it can be harder to respect the man. Even though it's possible, I think women just find it harder to respect a man when they, make more money.
The traits they look for, leadership, provider.
Right.
And a lot of times when she's on top, looking down at you like, bro,
like, what are you really here for?
What are you really here for? Exactly. But like you said, there's cases.
Yeah.
Where, if you're trying to be a monk or a priest or something, or you're doing the what's his name, the fighter,
Andrew Tate?
No, McGregor.
Oh, Conor McGregor.
Where you're training for something, and she's taking care of the bills and things like that. It can work, but most men, I would say, are not like that. They're not putting all their effort into like one purpose, like a big dream. And that would be temporary too.
I feel like she's always be down to support one. If she sees you, a lot of times they fall in love with potential. So like, it's crazy because they be taking a risk, women. Especially when the guy's not there yet. Yeah. It's a bet they're taking. Can he become successful? So like, does he have something working out for him? Either I can support him, or he might never work out. So it's a big risk for them, women, to choose the right guy. Right. Which is why I think having a great father, and a good support system can help them derail them from choosing the wrong guy.
But you know what I feel like too? I feel like in that same breath, a lot of high value women, they have to make a decision though. It's like a decision. Like I said, going back to the ratios what we talked about in the beginning, you have a small pool to choose from, bro.
That is so true.
And it's like, okay, yeah, you want a man to make more money than you, but those men are probably already gone. Just keeping it real. They're already married, or they don't want to be married.
That's true.
Because they're married to making their money and their job and whatnot, and they realize that. And it's another topic. I don't want to go off topic though, but going back to what we were saying, it's just like a woman has to realize, okay, hey, look, do I have to make more money than him just to be with him, or can I like respect who he is and still give him what he's supposed to get in a relationship, right, and let him lead and let him be this and let him be that, and he still don't make as much money as me, but he still brings something to the table.
Because it's so far in between.
Yeah.
Like the guy that they want, like the guy that most the guy that most of the women want, all the other women want him too.
Right.
So like,
Right.
and then you gotta ask you as a woman, you gotta ask why it's gonna make him choose me over all these guys. And like, you know, we're talking about. I'm not gonna get into all that, but into like 100 grand stuff like that. It's like 10% of the U.S. population. Something like that.
Right.
Of straight men, I think.
That's a whole nother slice, bro. You just slice that cake like.
Exactly,
like that, bro.
And then like you don't even take into account. Is he confident?
Yeah.
You see intelligent? Is he assertive? He may be weak. Guy making 100 because they're making money doesn't mean they're masculine.
Right.
You know what I mean? They got this, you know, they know how to. They got charisma and they got the charm.
Right.
Is he overweight? Because you probably want a guy that's fit, right?
Right.
That's even a smaller percentage. So you like, that's where you know you gotta be like, dang, like you were saying, it's really hard because like, either I could never want to settle. You know, you get into your 40s and you were like, dang, I should have settled.
I even go out and say this: it's harder for a woman who isn't in that bracket to even have a man, bro. Because you have to realize, like, it's harder for her. It's harder for a man that wants to be with a woman like that. And then it's harder for what she actually wants in each category, like what he's explaining, for her to even find that. So it's like, at the end of the day, that's why you probably see so many women that are in high executive positions that are probably single or whatever the case is. Maybe just don't want it. They dedicated to their job and their lifestyle and they go on their little girls trips and do whatever, you know. But at the same time, it's just like, you ain't got no man at home. You chasing after, I heard a quote the other day, chasing after $1 is the quickest way to the grave.
Really?
And that was some real stuff. I was like, chasing $1 is the quickest way to the grave. Because when you think about it, you lose out on all the other things that happen in your life because you're chasing $1. You don't get a chance to really live your life. You're always working.
I was gonna say, I guess I'm on my way, but I'm not. I'm definitely not finna die.
I got you. But I mean, the thing is, you're young though, too, though. You know what I'm saying? You're young and you out here trying to make it. So I mean, the thing is, though,
I would like to say, like, I feel like it's more like I'm chasing my purpose and the dollar's gonna come with it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because like, you know,
sure.
because like a lot of people that chase the dollar, they do illicit stuff. That's why OnlyFans so popping. That's why people do drugs, prostitutes, and sell.
Yeah.
Because you know they're chasing fast money.
they chasing.
And then you come with all those problems.
I just say live your life, man. You gotta enjoy this thing. You only get one shot at it. Might as well enjoy your life. I don't want to make so much money that I can't enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Yeah, like what's the whole point? What's the purpose?
Of course.
So
Can you pass me that water real quick, bro?
Nope. Anyways, I want to go back to the marriage.
Wait, hold on.
Let's go.
I do want to say one more thing.
Okay, go ahead.
So I potentially could date a girl making more temporarily in McGregor situation. Let's say she's making 100K.
Okay.
I wouldn't say consider her mooching, but let's say, you know, she ain't getting 100K. She sees my goals and she said, hey, I want to invest in your business or whatever. And so she invests in my business. Now I'm making like 200K. And now I'm like, hey, you don't have to work anymore. And she stops working to be a full-time mom. I would be with a woman like that.
It would be for like temporarily, not like forever.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just working, maybe not making anything forever. She just mooching off her.
Right.
I'm with that actually. Because I feel like, let's say I may not have it right now, but I'm gonna get it. But like at the same time, you gotta think there's a time clock clicking in your head. Like, well, if it's like taking you 40 years and there's no motion, you haven't made one single step.
Right.
Then you can't. Oh, here's another thing too. You know what I mean? Guys have to take self accountability.
Yeah.
You can't expect a good, feminine, submissive, beautiful woman if you ain't got no motion.
Yeah.
Because like, there's a lot of guys, they fall into this thing in the internet where they want to attack women. Women are evil, women are this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But they ain't doing nothing with their lives.
Sure.
And you can't be mad you can't find a good one. What do you expect, bro? Or you can't get anything at all.
You get in the bottom of the barrel. That's what every time.
And you can't blame women. No, bro, that's all your fault.
Right, you ain't got your stuff together. Because when you have your stuff together and she see you got your stuff together, that means she got to get her shit together.
Damn.
If you can bottom of the barrel woman, then you're at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, and you probably don't know it though. That's the thing. Like, you probably don't really even realize that you probably at the bottom of the barrel, dog. That's why you keep getting in situations.
Well, I mean, you can probably realize it if you keep attracting the unattractive.
That is true.
Yeah, I want to be eating that Cheesecake Factory, man.
Right. Look, for real. But these chicks ain't gonna let you take them to Cheesecake Factory. But hey,
You see the whole thing? Oh yeah.
man,
Crazy, man.
The
You
whole
saw
list.
the list?
I saw the whole list, bro. I couldn't believe.
I'm
it.
like Cheesecake Factory, really?
That's why.
I like Cheesecake Factory.
But you know what?
That's
though?
expensive too.
Yeah,
It's
it's
cheap.
not. It's not cheap.
You know what though? That's the reason why I say too, man. Dating is so complicated. I would hate to be in my early 20s out here dating, because it's like you really have to go to church and find one, something, bro. Like trying to tell you, dog. Like seriously, bro. You mess with one of these,
And just because it's church, you still gotta be.
you still gotta pick them out.
You
Yeah,
still gotta pick it out. You can't just be like church. Everybody's angels,
Right.
But you still gotta be smart. What do you say?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She could still be, promiscuous, even though she in the church. So you gotta be.
no doubt. That's definitely no doubt. But it's just at the same time, like if your core values, just things you want in life, are just like with this new age on that list where you can't go to. I can't take you here on the first date. Like, come on, man. Like seriously, like.
Right?
Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, am I not supposed to? I would rather just take you to a coffee shop. Like, honestly, if you want to be technical about it, you probably
For real.
probably throw the coffee in my face. We sit down. Like, what the hell is this? Like, you know what I'm saying?
And the
Like,
thing is, like, saying guys in their 20s, it takes time for us. Most guys in their 20s don't have $100,000. Like, it takes time to build. Like, that's what.
And even if you do have $100,000, you're not gonna take her out to Ocean Prime on the first date. You send the wrong tone.
right?
yeah, exactly.
That's where it's gonna be the opposite. She gonna mooch up for you.
Yeah.
Because you already set off that tone.
Yeah, but even if I'm making $100,000, I don't want you to know that I have a whole bunch of money. So I don't want you mooching off me. We going to Chili's. I'm gonna see how you react.
Right.
Oh, Chili's? That's okay. Check, please.
What was it? I think it was Chad Ochocinco. He said that his wife now, he said he took her to McDonald's on their first date. You know, he real cheap. Yeah, he took her to McDonald's on his first date. Football player. He said that.
And his wife is pretty nice.
Oh, his wife is paid. She got money.
And she bad.
And he got tons of money. But he took her to McDonald's on their first date.
That's crazy.
And he said he wanted to just see how she will respond. And they together to this day. He said
he's a millionaire, bro.
Yeah, he's
multi-millionaire.
Multi-millionaire.
That's a test, bro. I don't even know if I would test her that bad because McDonald's is,
But you see who riding with you though. That's how I say it, bro. I would want to know that you riding with me and we going to McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? And I'm letting you supersize that bad boy.
I don't even know if I
And then I know that, okay, look, I know who I got. I know that you a ride or die. And you ain't here for my money.
Sean? You rethinking?
I don't know.
Bro, take her to McDonald's, Mickey D's, say you can supersize that bad boy.
And only make her choose from the dollar menu.
Right.
Chickens only.
I'll test her, but I don't know if her tested that bad. Because at that point, she probably have to been like grow up in the slums or something.
But the thing is, we talking about a multi-million-dollar woman though. This woman is paid. She's in real estate. She make good money, bro.
Yeah, she had that show.
She had that show on Netflix. Yeah,
the
show on Netflix. What you call it? So she big time, bro. But
I just personally couldn't do that. Like, we can go to Applebee's or Chili's, but I wouldn't take you to McDonald's.
What about the second date?
yeah, what's the second date? Yeah, you ain't like where we going on the second date? Where you going on the second?
My last girlfriend, on the first date, we went sushi, we went to the park, and then we went to the beach, like all in one day. It was a long date, but that's because she was like a woman like worthy of my time.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, that's why I'm like, McDonald's. Like, if I'm taking a girl on a date, for the most part, like you have some value in me. I've vetted you to some degree, like
Right.
So,
but
Yeah.
you cut out whatever you want to cut out. I do want to get back in the marriage thing.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
You know, if you're not cool with anything, we can just cut it out.
Okay, cool, yeah, for sure.
So what do you think about marriage, and should a man get married? Because you've been,
I've been in it. It's interesting, man. I think that men need to wake up. And this is why I'm not saying I'm against marriage, because apparently my mom and dad are still together. And I think exactly the way you all thought about how raising a child in a 2-parent household gives them stability of getting out here and whatnot and doing that. At the same time, I feel like there are no benefits for men when it comes down to marriage. Like, absolutely zero benefits. And it's funny because I had a conversation with one of my friends back home, and he's a therapist. And me and him was talking about it. He was just saying that a lot of men that he gives therapy to, he says they say the same thing. They were like, what do I get out of being married as a man? Like legally, you're gonna be screwed if y'all get divorced and y'all have kids. In most cases. And it's just like, is it even worth it at the same time? And I think that men kind of need to realize that there are some women out here that literally just want to get the ring put on their finger. They just want marriage.
They just want the wedding day.
They just want the wedding day. They don't care about you, the man, and who you are, and making the connection with the man that they call their husband. So my thing is like you have to vet and go through and rake through the files of all these different women and find out which one actually wants you and desires you, and not just a ring.
Wow.
It's like a championship. It's like you don't just win a championship ring and they don't just give it to you. You got to go through a whole game, a whole season of 82 games, because I'm a big NBA fan. And you got to, whoever has the best track record wins the trophy and the ring at the end of the year. Mm-hmm. So it's like with men, I think we give them a ring way too fast, and they not even worthy of it. And you don't even know if that person is really for you or they're for the ring.
Wow.
Just men deciphering and realizing what we want. Because you know one thing I learned about women too, man, that really makes a lot of sense is a woman will see you and say, okay, I see Caleb, he got his stuff together, blah, blah, blah. And she'll be with you because she knows that if she has a baby with you, that the baby's going to be taken care of. And women think like this, bro. But the thing is, most of us
all
men...
I'm hearing is go back to biology. It's just everything biology.
Yeah, but most men don't really know that. They think that they're just getting with a woman because of whatever, but you need...
She loves me for me.
Right. She wants your seed, bro. And that's just keeping it real.
To some degree, you know, every woman should be like that. They can't be, you know, procreating with some
Joe Blow.
Right.
Actual loser
who just got out of prison.
Okay, well, if he has charisma, my son will have charisma, and
right.
You know,
I don't think they think like that.
Right. But it's a simple fact though too. It's just like going back to, does she want you or does she just want to have a baby by you? And I think as a man, I want somebody that wants me. Like, I don't give a damn if you don't ever get a ring. Like, would you still be there beside me at the end of the day? If all hell breaks loose, are you going to stick with me through thick and thin? Because that's what it really all boils down to, dog. You need to know if that motherfucker is your partner. That's just what it boils down to. I need to know if you are my partner. If you're not my partner, dog, you got to get out the way. You occupying my space right now. So,
Wow.
Somebody else's space, I mean.
Go ahead, man. I'm ready for you to snap.
Man.
Nah, this was good, man.
Mm-hmm. I think that, like you're saying, man, you have to make sure, you have to know, is she with you or is she for the ring or for the baby? That's why men need to go through an extreme vetting process.
Man, I was just about to talk about that.
If she's the right woman. Me and Caleb know there are so many indicators if she is going to be a good person in general. Like, is she a good person in general? Is she going to do something crazy to her ex, like slashes tires and, you know,
red flag
on social media? You know, that's just a given. Are you a good person? Like, do you have good friends, a good family structure? There's so many indicators of if she's going to be a
how's her social media?
Right. Because some people really just marry the wrong person and who's just a terrible person in general. I know woman that my friend's stepmom divorced his dad, but she was like, you can have the house, you can have this, you can have that. Like, she was really nice about it. She wasn't trying to take, I think she was the breadwinner though. I think that was that. But still, like, you have to know, like, okay, if things go south, is she really gonna like try to?
Is she gonna be a good person of character?
Yeah,
when stuff breaks out.
Exactly.
That is good.
Is that all you have to say? I think you better go in more.
I have more to say. I definitely have more to say, but I'll pretty much say right now, like, it's just about the vetting process.
Yeah.
And kind of what I mentioned before, like, marriage is not about us. So, like, when we get married, we're literally saying, hey, it's not us, it's we. It's me and my wife.
Wow,
it's me
good.
and the children.
That's
like,
good.
essentially, you are giving up your resources to give to another woman, to give to
For the kids.
The kids.
That's
Like,
good.
When you think about it,
That's
the core
real.
foundation is really to procreate.
real talk.
Like, I mean, but like the vetting process, I want to go back to like the lack of abundance that most men have, which is why they settle for any woman they can get, and a lot of times they end up with the wrong woman.
Right.
And also with modern day media,
Yep.
the shows, TV, the movies, the Disney, you know, as long as she's happy, or is it happy wife?
Oh, yeah.
Do you believe? No. Happy us or
It can't be happy wife, happy life because we're the catch, bro. You see what I'm saying?
dang.
And like that's what when you get to that level in your life where you know if a woman came up to me and told me, "Oh, I'm a catch," bye, go find somebody that's gonna catch you. Then it ain't gonna be mine. I'm tell you that now. The thing is, men are the catch, bro, because the thing is that women are out here looking for a decent man, and we are in high demand, bro. I don't care if you don't have a dime in your pocket, you are still in high demand. Like, you are a man, bro. There's not too many of us out here. So that's why I look at it as you kind of gotta, the vetting process is so important. I think it'll take you at least 3 to 4 years before you should get married now. You need to be with that person for about 3 to 4 years before you can even think about marriage.
Well,
That's just me, period.
I ain't gonna lie, you the first person I've heard, because most other guys.
But see, the thing, the society will tell you is, oh man, we was together for a month, man. We got married after a month. Get out of here, man. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit happens once in a
The
lifetime.
day I laid my eyes on her, I knew I was
Right,
married.
I knew we were gonna be one. But the thing is, it's like you got to go through a vetting process, bro, because I need to see you under conditions.
And it has to be a rigorous vetting process. It can't just be whatever. It has to be to a rigorous vetting. Like, we have a rigorous. Like, if you were to tell me, hey, bro, I can't see you with that girl, or you marrying that girl, I would listen to him. I was like, I bet I'm not marrying her. Like, oh, Caleb, you should be able to choose. You know, you can choose whoever you want. But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I be blind. I need a review mirror. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Which is
why-
having a good brotherhood is very important.
That is important, bro, because I mean, sometimes he can see stuff you ain't gonna be able to see.
Yeah, because, you know, sometimes I'll be like, dang, because, you know, man, us men, you know, we're visual creature.
Right.
You're like, dang, she thick. She
Right.
know how to
She-
do that thing.
Right.
You know?
She got it.
She got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, you know, like, hey, bro, you know, I can see myself. But, you know, you look at the visual or sexual characteristics, and, you know, looking at the person for who she is.
Yeah. Hey, man, but I see your Instagram, bro. Like, she's showing a lot of her bottom half on there, bro. What's
Yeah.
going on, man?
Yeah.
I don't think that's your wife.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's why we make sure, like, our friends vet the girl. I don't want to be the only person that says she's great. Like, I want him
Right.
to meet her and say, like, hey, bro, like, what do you think about Stephanie? Like,
Right.
she cool?
Like when I be talking to a girl, or, you know, and then we have a group hangout, I'm gonna bring her around my boys. I'm gonna see how she's gonna react around them, you know, and then after that, my boys gonna be like, hey, Caleb, either gonna be, it goes two ways. Hey, bro, I like her for you, or hey, bro, nah, bro, you can't. If my boys say no, that's a no.
What? No.
That's interesting.
Because I trust my boys so much. I trust my life with them. I mean, that's how much I trust them. That's why I can't just have any. There's different type of friends. I have acquaintances, and I have my brothers. I don't even call them my boys. They're my brothers.
Wow.
And that's how much I trust them. Cause like, I know the type of men they are. They're good men of character, good men, you know, of value, high value men. And I know they also want the best in their lives and for me. And because they want the best for me, I'm gonna trust them with my partner of who I'm gonna be with. Hey, bro, do you think she's gonna be a good wife, a good mother? And if they say no, especially those big red flags, it's gone. I don't care how much I like her.
Yeah. I mean, that's good that y'all are like that too, because, you know, we live in a microwavable society.
Wow.
Where we put things in the microwave and we ready to go. Marriage and trying to find that person you want to be with is more of a baking process. You gotta put it in the oven. You gotta let it sit there for a good hour and 30 minutes, and then go in there and check and see what you got going. You know what I'm saying?
That's great. I love to bake.
Me too, dog. Me too. I ain't gonna lie. No cap for real.
We'll
man.
talk after the podcast.
Yeah, I love baking, bro. I love baking.
Yeah, bro. I just baked some burgers at my house before this, bro, because it's so easy.
Party at his house. Right.
I am hungry though. You could bake me something.
That's what's up, bro. Yeah.
No, but I love that now. You like baking, not just throw it in the microwave.
That's really good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you got the vet, man. Honestly, bro, you got to see that person under conditions. Like you don't know what one person is capable of because you ain't seen that side of them yet.
Dang.
You ain't
that's
seen
so good.
you ain't broke them down to their breaking point where y'all are at each other's throats. And y'all are like, I ain't trying to say on some toxic type stuff.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, y'all, you need to see what that person is capable of at the end of the day, whether you want to procreate with this person or even just be with them and live with them and say, this is my forever. Because I wouldn't want to be with somebody and I ain't vetted them out long enough and then I throw a ring on their finger and then I wound up in the sea somewhere or in the ocean somewhere. You don't know who you with. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who you vibing with. Give it some time, dog. Let it just bake. Let your relationship go from there, man. So
there's something that you just said that I was gonna touch on. So like, you have to know that no matter how angry they get, that they won't disrespect you. I think that's really important. That when push comes to shove and people are like really emotional, sometimes they start being like crazy disrespectful. They start doing that stuff, slashing the tires, start yelling at you in front of your parents,
right,
and things like that. And like you have to know, okay, even if things are bad, she will never disrespect me. Like, and that's
I feel like that should be the core foundation.
That has to be.
Like if there's no respect, why do we even need to go?
That's the number one rule.
It's number one rule because I'd rather be respected than you just to say you love me.
Right.
Because love ain't nothing without respect, in my opinion.
I agree. Yeah, that's powerful, bro. I didn't even think about that.
I do personally want to get married though. Like,
okay.
I definitely want to have like my son, maybe a daughter.
He has a daughter.
I have a daughter, so daughters are the best, man. Daughters are the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love my little baby girl so much. So she teaches me a lot. But I mean, it's a good thing, bro. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. I mean, I'm not sitting up here saying marriage is all bad because of what I went through. I went through what I went through because I made poor decisions on my end. And I can't fault nobody else but me. But with that being said, I would do it again with the right person after taking my time, after really knowing that person is not just after a ring, but is after me and after the desires of what we want out of life. You know what I'm saying? It's not just all about me, but she's here for me. She's here. She knows her role in what we have. Like, that's what I would be looking for more so. And then, like, yeah, okay, after that, give it a ring.
Well, give it a ring. If you need her to vet, if you need her vetted, you got us. You know what I mean?
Right,
we should
for sure.
Charging, bro.
For sure.
We should have like a vetting
service.
We'll vetting service.
No, honestly, bro, we could actually vet a bunch of.
Bro, it's so easy, bro. One of the first thing, what's her Instagram? Okay, that's a pretty good.
Right, that's a pretty indicator.
Not 100%,
but it's a good.
It is a good starting point.
Yeah, a good starting point.
Because
you can find a lot of information about just looking at their Instagram profile.
Real talk.
So what factors goes? What are you looking for?
This is good. Are you ready, Nation?
I'm ready, bro.
Yeah, go ahead. No, I'm a gentleman. Go ahead. No, wait, no, never mind. I respect you as my brother, older brother.
Well, first and foremost, Instagram, like I mentioned before, is like just because man, like, does she just want attention? If she got her, butt all on Instagram, bro, here and there, promiscuous stuff, bro, that's not my wife. You want my daughter looking up to that? Right. Well, that's how mom dressed. That's how mom do things. I need to do that too. That's the wrong type of attention. That's not wifey. That's not my girl.
Right.
So that's the first indicator. Second indicator, does she have a lot of tattoos? Talking sleeves. Tattoo, lower back, on the thigh. Like, that means if she got a lot of tattoos, she got a lot of trauma. I don't want to deal with that. I do not want to deal with that, bro. And then family structure and friends are huge. Does she come from a 2-parent household where it's not super chaotic? Because if she grew up in chaos, she's gonna seek chaos. And I'm like, bruh, even if she's with a nice, good man who's a little boring, she's not gonna be with him because he's boring.
Right.
And she attracted to toxic men because she used to chaos.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last is the friends. If her friends are hoes, more than likely she's gonna be a hoe. Birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah. True.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, I just went in, bro.
Yeah, you
Like,
did.
yo,
Oh, you went like boom, boom, boom.
I got a question though. All right, so about the 2-parent household.
Yeah.
I used to be that way, and what I found out is that in a 2-parent household, you still need to see what type of 2-parent household she was brought up in.
I agree.
Because in certain situations, it may have been a toxic 2-parent household that she was actually brought up in. So her mind of I'm so on like what kids and what children see their parents are doing is what they really think that's what's things are supposed to go. You see what I'm saying? Like they look at certain things, certain roles, and they think that their parents are supposed to do like what they're supposed to, what they want to have when they get their own family.
That's why I said like those early years of a childhood are like some of the most important years of a child.
Right.
You have to be in their life. You can't just be like winging it.
Right.
And with the 2-parent household, I completely agree. But it's just the likelihood of her being better in a 2-parent household.
Yeah,
but there's obviously still toxic. My thing is, if they're in a 2-parent household, does she have a good relationship with her father?
Ooh, boom.
Because if she doesn't, she can be in a 2-parent household. That don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
If she don't have a good relationship, if she hate, my thing, I'll just go in on mine then. If she tells me she doesn't have a good relationship with her parents, or I hate my dad, I hate my mom, whoa, that's her immediately. Yeah, I can't even wife you. Because one of the biggest thing I say is, when you marry her, you marry the family. And if her family's bad, and if she doesn't respect her family, then I'm just like, why would it's gonna be chaotic for my marriage. You know what I mean?
That's so true.
But my number one thing out of everything is, because I'm a believer, I believe in God. Does she believe in God? Faith.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's more likely to work out too. You know, because she has to submit to God and me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that, you know what? I'm just gonna add this today. I've never thought about this, but I was just thinking about this when you were talking. How many drinks is she ordering on a date?
How many drinks is she ordering?
Yeah, because if she ordered more than 2 drinks, then most likely that means she's an alcoholic.
Yeah,
and she doesn't know how to control herself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
A lot,
You're right about that.
You know, so
Me
like,
too.
how many is she ordering? And me personally, I don't want a girl that just loves to be outside. She has to be outside. When I mean outside, like partying. Yeah. I prefer a more homebody, because I like to be the guy to give you these experiences. Like if she tell me I've been to all these places.
Yeah. I ain't got nothing to enjoy.
Right. Like, what do you want to enjoy? Like, imagine I'm taking her. I've been here already.
Right.
What else?
Right. No, that's real though. That's
Who's
real.
taking her too?
Exactly.
These rich guys are taking her. Oh yeah, I've been to Dubai with your family. No.
Then who?
Oh, this guy. Yes.
Or if she says no, just by myself. But if you gotta look at it, where was she work? Like, if she working at CVS, Dubai ain't CVS money. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. I mean,
Unless you saved up for like 10, 20 years.
for real. That's real.
And then she'd be like 40. You're like, that's his style. You know, he like the older woman.
Right. Look, me too. I take them all too, but look, no, not like that, man.
But and then is she respectable? Obviously, how she treats a waitress. If she's being rude, oh, you didn't put this. She started yelling, causing a scene in front of the restaurant, in front of us. That's a no go. You know. So how she treats her family.
Yeah.
The friends she has, because birds of a feather flock together.
Right.
Yeah, those are the main ones. And social media. Yeah. Types of pictures she's posting, types of things she's saying on her stories.
Real talk.
If she's saying she hates men,
Ooh.
or she follows all these pages, toxic pages, or gossiping, or she's gossiping on her story. Well, I was dating this one girl, right? You know who I'm talking about. Every time we would get in an argument, go post it on her story. But she didn't say my name, but everybody knew, because all her friends knew me, and she was like,
them too,
"Oh,
bro.
Caleb, you're arguing again." I'm like, "Yo, how do you?" I check her story, of course.
They put a quote up or something like that, like something that they didn't seen or something.
Right.
Whatever. Yeah. Just well, I was just sharing it because I thought it was just good to share.
Don't you hate when men do this? Or
And then,
right.
like for real?
Right. I had one do me like that too, man. And I called her out on it Cause I sent her like, you know how you send people them eyes,
Right.
and they did.
We know a guy that likes to do that.
Bro, I sent her them eyes on her, like that was attached to one of the posts she just made, and I was like, oh, for real, that's what we doing? And then she was like, oh, I just like that quote.
You just happen to like that quote right now.
Right. I say you just in your feelings because I'm not with you. It didn't work out between me and you.
Right.
Whatever.
That's crazy, man.
My brother.
You hit it on the head, bro. With everything that we said today, there's no reason why you can't find a wifey material girl.
Yeah.
It's facts.
And that's not to say that maybe she has one of the red flags. Although if she has like one or two, more than likely she's gonna have 3, 4, 5, 6.
And he has to be the major red flags too. Cause if she like already hits like some of my major, like she don't believe it, she's an atheist. That's already a no go.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's already no go. Maybe she does have a few tattoos, okay, right. But she still has a good family structure. Believes in God. Like, all right,
You're right. There's certain things you can let slide. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like, how you do one thing is how you do something else. But if all these red flags build up, like you said, she potentially has like a bunch of other red flags. Yeah. But yeah.
But you know what? I think one thing too, you also got to kind of look at too is that some men get frustrated because you're gonna always run into people with red flags, and then it's like I know with me, I got to the point where I was just like, well, I don't know, I ain't gonna find nobody perfect out here, so it's like you kind of compromise, and I think that's where a lot of men lose it, is in that compromise stage because
they compromise too much.
They compromise way too much because you've been out here, you've been dating, and you're looking for that person. And you start,
and you get tired.
Yeah, you get tired and you get frustrated because you're like, oh, this person doesn't.
But I'm not checking out on the box. It can be frustrating.
Yeah.
Because the amount of rejections, the amount of dirty people that have done to me dirty.
Right.
And a lot of guys, they just give up.
Yeah, they give up and they say, I'm just gonna be with this person because.
Which is why, like, working on yourself. Oh, that's what I remember. I wanted to ask. Okay. Working on yourself. Do you believe, we asked that a lot of podcasts, do you believe a man should be financially stable before he gets into a relationship? Or does it matter? Should he have his stuff together? What do you say?
Or I was going to add, or should they, build together?
Or should they build together? Or should he have this kingdom already built before he welcomes the queen in? Which is my thing. I like the kingdom.
I think that's important. I don't think it has to be that way, but I think it is extremely important for a man to have something built already on his own. Not saying you have to, but when you do that, it's just you're sure of yourself. You know what you can do without someone else there. So it's like, I don't really need you, but I want you there. Mm. You know what I'm saying? And it becomes a different type of, y'all relationship has a different type of tone to it, where it's not so much, oh, I need him. No, I want that person. I want that person here. I want you to be here with me. I want you to be watching my success. I want to be watching your success. But there's a difference. So I feel like when a man has his stuff together, it's more about wants and needs. That's the difference of it. It's just wants and needs. So I would say if you don't have your stuff together, you still got the upper hand. As a man, you still have an upper hand. Like, you can be with somebody. Not saying that it's probably the wisest thing to do, because as a man, I think you have to make sure that your foundation is built and tight. And if you're building your foundation in that process, then it's going to be a little bit harder for you to get that same person that's going to respect and give you all the I guess the ingredients that you need to be in a relationship. Like, they're not going to give you all the. I feel like a woman is not going to give you what you are wanting to have and be in a relationship as a man. Like, she's not going to give you that whole authority and whatnot and that leadership if you don't have your stuff together. Because she's looking at your life and she's saying, okay, you're leading your own self. Now, how are you going to lead us? You know what I'm saying? So It's more so kind of like that. That's how I kind of look at it in that aspect. But I'm not saying it can't work either way. I feel like that. I feel like it's better for the man to have a foundation, though.
Agreed.
For sure.
Agreed. And that brings out the confidence that you were saying.
Exactly.
And women, what? They love confident men.
Mm. Yes.
So if you never built anything, what is it to be confident about?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Bro, that's huge, bro. I know you're joking, but that's huge.
That is.
You
That
have
is.
never built anything. What do you have to be confident about?
Really.
Right.
And you can't lead. You never build anything. You can't be assertive. You just like going with the flow, which is not really a masculine trait.
Mm.
So
That's really good, man. That's something that I've started to realize is that, most of my life, I haven't built too much. I'm a middle child, but, most of the stuff has been kind of handed to me. My brother helped me or my parents helped me. And after college, even if you get a degree in, communication, which might as well be a degree in history, or a deep aquatic, water creatures, who knows?
Right.
You realize I haven't built something. Let me build something. And that's why I got my video business. Now, we got the podcast. When you do have these things built, it truly does give you confidence. I did this.
Right.
Freaking college didn't even do this for me. No, I did this, bro.
exactly.
So 100%, man. That is huge.
Thank you. That was beautifully said.
Yeah.
With that being said, this was amazing.
Yes, it was, man.
Real talk, bro, man.
You got anything else, my
straight
brother?
in, bro. That's
You want
it.
to ask? You got anything else?
The other conversation that we had about when he was talking about settling is that I will never compromise on this stuff. Like you're saying, some guys doing that. Yeah, maybe I prefer brunette and she happens to be blonde. Okay, cool. We can compromise on that.
Right.
Maybe she's a little skinnier than I want her to be, but
She's healthy.
yeah. But there's no way I'm compromising on if she has a relationship with guy, family structure. Those are definitely non-negotiables. I think men and women are they treat non-negotiables like their preferences, and it's no, bro. If you say you're about this, you got to commit. And we had a boy that said, he's trying to do the Christian route, but he's getting with the girl who's not really Christian. I was like, bro, what are you talking about?
That was already the core foundation.
Yeah. I couldn't be friends with them anymore. I was like, bro, you're going against your own values. What else are you going to do? I don't trust other men that care too much about a relationship and who aren't willing to sacrifice it for something else that's more important.
I agree with that. And it took me a while to get there, what you're talking about. It took me a while because I was that guy that compromised. So it took me a while to get there, man. And like I say, it go all the way back to what I was saying earlier, just about a man, when you really know who you are, bro, you don't settle. You see what I'm saying? You can't settle because you've been there, done that. I've been through the phases of marriage already. I'm looking for my life partner. So it goes deeper than just marriage to me. It's the person that I'm gonna leave this earth attached to. So it's with that being said, going back to what you said with the vetting process, that's all a part of the vetting process. I don't feel like you can really put a time frame on it. This is your life and the person you're gonna be with. You need to really vet this person and see before you put a ring on that person's finger. And that's just where I am. Some men go through it and they do it, prematurely, and give a woman a ring and we gonna be together and blah blah blah. And you really find out later on that person's not compatible with you, or that person maybe y'all are not equally yoked together, or whatever the case is. Y'all not supposed to be on the same playing field. But those are things that you could have found out if you would have waited to give her a ring. You see what I'm saying? If you would have waited and vetted her through that process, you would have realized, okay, it may have taken me 3-4 years to find out that ain't the one. And then you look at it too. Some men look at it as, man, that's too much time wasted. Well, I'm gonna waste 5-6 years on a relationship and then it don't go nowhere. And then that frustrates most men even more in the dating pool. But at the same time, bro, I'd rather go through that. Going back, looking at my life, I'd rather go through that than to give somebody a ring and go through the whole process of, divorce and all that and whatnot. I wanted to give one person a ring and that was it for my entire life. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to give multiple people rings.
Right.
So my whole thing is just with that being said, yo, man, you're right. You're 100%. You're 100%. But it takes a while to get there as a man. So.
No.
That was good.
Yeah.
No talk, man.
Thank
you for coming on, bro.
Beth, man, thank y'all for having me, bro. Thank y'all for having me.
There's one more thing, though.
Okay, what we got?
You got to tell the people.
Okay.
What is one final message, especially to a man? he ain't got his stuff together. He had no motion. Doesn't have an abundance mindset. He's settling. What is one final message you want to give to that man so you can encourage him? Like, bro, you got this too.
Man, one thing I can say to you is just that if a man who doesn't really have his stuff together and is kind of struggling with life, keep going and just focus more on you. Because when you, like you said, when you put more focus on other things besides the fact that you're putting the focus on your own life, you gotta love yourself, dog. Like, you gotta love you. And ain't nobody gonna love you the way you gonna love you. Like, I would encourage every man, and I know this is kind of hard for a lot of people to do, but I've been doing it myself. Go on a date by yourself, dog. Go to a movie by yourself. Go to a bar by yourself. Go do things by yourself so you can be, like, I guess you can be confident in who you are and still have a good time. And you can still enjoy yourself, because I don't want to be contingent on this female to bring me happiness or this person to bring me joy or make me feel a certain way. So going back to just you being the best version of yourself, you got to love yourself, dog. Like, you got to be in love with yourself. Not on a conceited level, but on a level where, like, man, look, I'm good whether you here or not. You know what I'm saying? So that, to me, that right there will give you a good foundation as to where you're trying to go and who you're going to be in life. And then, trust me, that type of masculinity, women will be so attracted to that you'll never have to worry about, oh, if I can find another woman or if I'm going to find somebody to be with me, because they can see that in you. They see that you just basically, like, ooze that out of you. So they see that, and they that's the first thing they want to, come be a part of. So my thing is, man, just focus on you. Keep you important and make the main thing the main thing.
Make the main thing the main thing.
For sure.
Good.
And the congregation said,
Amen.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Focus on you, and the woman will too.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
And this was phenomenal, man.
Yes, sir. It was definitely a blessing, man, being on here, man. I appreciate y'all boys, what y'all doing, man.
Definitely. Thank you, man. Definitely
Yes.
have to get you on.
For sure. For sure.
And that being said, you guys can keep winning in life.
See you guys
That's it.
on the next one.